The first thought I wish to explore, are we moving towards a complete loss of control? These days our information comes from television, online videos, podcasts and books. Television channels are owned and managed by powerful companies. The same goes for the platforms that allow us to access videos and information online. We know that algorithms often manage what we see, the new information we're recommended to watch, and even the results that show up when we seek certain information in search engines. It's not a huge leap to presume that these mediums of information can and are being manipulated to guide us to believe certain things and to have certain emotions. Why? Well, probably for lots of reasons. To get us to buy things. To get us to stop questioning why so many societal rules never seem to work out for the everyday person. To get us to aspire to specific dreams of money and fame. To get us to idolize certain people and to hate others. In our everyday lives, we witness politicians say one thing and then do another, denying that they ever said what they said or did what they did. This is common knowledge, and while the powerful can use social media and all the rest to their advantage, the everyday person now has a strong voice too. We can post videos online that circulate all around the world, and we have begun criticizing the rich and powerful, questioning the systems that operate in our everyday lives, and in some cases even earning money from creating our own entertainment videos. I'd imagine this becomes a troublesome situation to deal with if you're not the everyday person. So, putting myself in the shoes of the rich and powerful, how would I combat this? Firstly, I'd start to limit and carefully control the information people can access. Are they doing that? Yes, I believe so. Accounts are blacklisted or hidden from people's feeds if they say something undesirable. And have you noticed how much smaller search results have become on YouTube and search engines? The second thing I would do is limit people's access to the records of my actions, the articles, the films, the videos of what I said or did last year. How might I do that? Well, I'd promote ebooks and online reading instead of physical books and records. I would encourage subscriptions to movie and social media platforms where I can carefully curate people's TV habits at any given moment, adding and removing video to subtly reinforce the beliefs I wish to promote. Why? Because it would be so much easier to rewrite history that way. The third thing I would do would involve encouraging digital signatures, digital identification, digital record keeping, and digital banking. Why? Well, to me the reason is obvious. That way nothing is ever truly yours, and everything can be changed while you have no way to stop it. If you did try to stop it, who would believe you anyway? The fourth thing I would do is encourage people to police themselves. How? Well, let's use an everyday example. I'd call people who complain a Karen, and everyone would know that means something completely socially undesirable. I'll show some obvious examples of wacky Karen behavior, and I'd encourage people to slowly label every kind of complaint a Karen complaint. I'd encourage the court of public opinion, where people get cancelled to the point that they can't keep their livelihoods, their friends, or even leave the house once found guilty. Eventually people will just stop speaking, unless it's to say something I approve of course, and my job would be done. The fifth thing I would do is to discredit all information that risks my position, anything that questions the status quo, and anyone who notices that the odds are stacked against the everyday man. I'd coin the phrase conspiracy theory, and people would use that term for anything that seems like new information, anything that makes them uncomfortable to think about, and shakes the fundamental beliefs I have instilled in them through my many mediums. I would know that people value familiarity and comfort over finding out something frightening. People would be shamed as tinfoil hatters, flat earthers, conspiracy theorists, and lots of other fun terms to discourage thinking for oneself of any kind. Being right rather than being curious would always be deemed more admirable. The sixth thing I would do is create fear and distrust amongst the everyday person, fear and distrust of each other. That other religion is the boogeyman, and people who look like that are, or live over there, are dangerous. I'd encourage people to stick to their tribe because other tribes could hurt them and have ill intentions. I would keep people so distracted and divided that they would never notice the invisible hand pulling all the strings. In fact, they would turn to me to protect them. Doesn't that all sound a little too familiar? I see it happening more these days, and it frightens me that we're not talking about it more. Instead, we seem to focus on each separate issue instead of noticing the larger pattern. I want us all to notice the larger pattern and to not be afraid, because once more of us see it and question it, they can't make us unsee it. After all, knowledge is power.